What do you do when something like an injury keeps you from training? Something that you love to do. You love to train and suddenly you can't. And how does that affect you up here? Let's talk about that today. My training lately has been on such an upward trajectory. I just got back from training jiu-jitsu with Roy Dean and the other Roy Dean affiliates in Saratoga, Wyoming. And that was incredible. I learned so much from everybody that I worked with. I came back with so many new things to try, new thoughts, new theories, new ways of movement, everything. My jiu-jitsu was ignited. The passion was there to do better. We've got somebody getting ready to test for their blue belt. We've got somebody working on testing for their purple belt. And I wanted to be able to be involved in all of that. My roles were feeling better. Everything was feeling really good. Go into karate, and the class has new students, and we've got a really cool trajectory there. I just got a whole bunch of new equipment, sparring equipment, things like that. And we were doing new stuff, and I was really excited. And in the Escrima, we've got people that are moving on, promotions happening, and more reasons to get deeper involved with some of the technique and different stuff that we do. And even sparring gear there, got a new fencing mask, got some new gloves, some new stuff so that we could work more contact stuff. And then this happened. All of this energy built and built and built. And now I don't get to do any of it. Every bit of it is a risk to this not healing well. The last couple of videos I kind of talked about what happened here, but the road to recovery is going to be a minute, and I'm not able to do it. And so any amount of any of this stuff, I definitely can't do jiu-jitsu, the grips and that kind of stuff, I can't do it. Karate, even a little bit that I do, I end up trying to hurt this thing. I can't do it. The Escrima, well, that hands are always a target and in danger when you're doing Escrima. So this has me fully on pause. And it's so easy for me to do more than I should. It's so easy for me to get into the dojo, and then as soon as I'm there, just start doing things. It's hard for me to watch. I start getting involved, I start doing too much, and then I pay for that, either in the case of pain or a slower recovery or possibly a botched recovery. These things, they can't happen, so I gotta be smarter than that. So you can imagine how frustrating that is. When this didn't come at a downtime when I was feeling like taking a break and I was wondering why I was doing all of this, and then something happened, and now I'm going, oh, well, I just won't go today. No, this came where every day I was excited to go. I was ramped up and ready, and all of a sudden I can go, and I can jealously watch everybody else do the things that I want to do, and wish that I got to be a part of that. That is where it's at. That's what's happening now. So the other thing is, when you look at it from the teaching standpoint, there's so much information that I want to impart that when I do watch, I find myself wanting to help or clarify, or, sometimes I am still teaching. I do still teach, but I got to have other people help me do that or demonstrate for me, and that's fine. But not everybody can just be in your head. Some students in the training that they have, it works out okay, and they kind of know, but there's always things that you have that you're trying to express or trying to show that maybe it's something that you do the way you do it, or it's just something that is hard to express verbally, so you need to show it, but you can't show it, you can't do it. And so that's frustrating, because you're trying to understand, how do I go about teaching? How do I get you to do the thing that I want you to do, or learn the thing that I want you to learn, if I can't show it to you, demonstrate it for you? I can't do that. Then the whole part of just being there and just not getting to do what you want to do. The not getting the same result of having been there, not getting a good workout before you leave. So your days start to go without getting that extra exercise and those endorphins and all the things that make you feel better about your training and your physicality and all of that. And suddenly you don't get to. And it's funny, you might think because this is just a finger, well, why couldn't you do all kinds of other stuff? Right now it's very affected by blood pressure. And so anything sudden or bursting or, even coughing and stuff can make this hurt impossibly bad. And so get in there and just being like, well, I'll just do warm-ups. I'll go in the corner. I'll do my stuff by myself. I'll just work with my left hand. I'll do whatever. it's pretty amazing how much, A, you're putting this in danger, B, you're actually making it hurt, and then C, you're having to deal with it the next day because you did too much. So there's a long list of things that I don't feel ready for, or don't feel like the wise move is to do them, and that has been a challenge. And yeah, so let's talk about up here, right? Like, part of my day, part of my everyday is to go into the dojo and get some dojo mojo, the thing that makes you feel better because you're in there doing it, and when you do it, you get to feel whatever it is. Like it has this beautiful way of like resetting you, centering you, just giving you what you needed, and you grow to kind of maybe rely on that a bit, and then suddenly you're having to figure out, well, how do I rely on not having that? I was talking to some people, and I hope to kind of have a conversation that maybe I'll put on video and we can share it, but about how sometimes when you're doing all this physical stuff, when you're not able to do that physical stuff, how much of your value is gone there when you can't do it? How much do you lose your ability to be who you are if you're not able to physically express that part of you? Yeah, that's a challenge too, because just because I can do these things doesn't mean that they are who I am, but they also, doing them is a part of being who I am. And then also just the teaching element when you're trying to express it. That's probably the biggest hurdle for me, is trying to express things for other people so that I watch them and I can see that they're ready to move to their next thing. And I want to be like, oh, let me give you something, some thoughts, some ideas, some things that you can do. And then I struggle to do so. And that holds me back. That makes me not feel as good because I feel like I'm now putting other people on hold. I'm putting other people on pause because of what I've got going. It's been a fascinating thing to explore because I've got to use this hand, which is not my dominant hand. I've got to use it a lot more. So I'm getting used to what that means. And there are lots of things that means. And thankfully, I'm not ambidextrous. There are people who are. I am not, but I'm pretty good with my left hand for a lot of things. I'm pretty coordinated. Not ambidextrous, just pretty coordinated. And so that's been fine. I can do a lot. For the most part, I have gotten by. My wife will tell you that I've barely had to have her help me or let her help me do a lot of stuff. Like, I want to do it. She wants to let me be who I am, be independent, do all of that. So I do pretty much everything that I normally would, and I do it a little bit differently. And there's certain things I can't get this wet. So she's doing dishes or whatever. I even do wash dishes sometimes. It takes a lot longer, and it's very frustrating with how long it takes and how cumbersome it is. And you kind of wonder if you're going to break some dishes. But I've not been held back physically by what I'm able to accomplish, but I've been definitely held back in what I'm able to teach, what I'm able to share and show to other people, and what I'm able to do when it comes to chasing those feelings that I have of growth. I'm on this part where your training has this way of coming up, and then maybe it plateaus for a while, then it spikes up for a while, and it plateaus for a while, or maybe it even dips down and then comes up. But those bursts up always feel amazing, and you make so much progress. And I definitely was right into one of those, and now I'm on hold, and I'm on hold for a long time. And that is so incredibly frustrating because it just feels like everything is held back, that everything is waiting. And then you go, well, am I still going to have this excitement, this energy, this passion when that comes? Am I still going to be stuck in a place where now I've got to make all of that progress, but I'm 6 months behind now, and now it just feels like wasted time? That's all frustrating. What opportunities aren't there? Tell you some of the frustration that I have right now is I've got a person in jiu-jitsu getting ready to go for their blue belt. They're doing that demo here really soon. I've got 3 students who are getting ready to do their green belt demos. One of them getting ready to do his really soon. And both of them, I want to be involved with that. I want to be a part of that. I want to be one of the people that they have to roll or they have to spar. I want to be that person, and I cannot be. So now that's a moment that I was really excited about for my students to be involved with. And now my role in that is different, and that is a letdown. So disappointed in all the things that I can't do now. thankful for some of the stuff like Saratoga that I got to do it before this happened. I'm thankful that some of the stuff that I want to do, like the seminar that I'll be a part of in the UK next year, is hopefully far enough out that there's not going to be any issues with that. I'll definitely be able to do something for sure. I won't have any issues with that. It's far enough away. So that worked out great. But there's so many other things that I'm not able to do. And you can really get down on yourself if you've gone through this, or you've gone through other things that pull you out. And it doesn't even have to be an injury. It can be work, or it can be school, or it could be moving, or it could be different stuff that just has you out, unable to do the thing that you want to do. It can be disheartening. It can be depressing. It can be frustrating. It can make you angry. And first off, all those feelings are valid, and you should embrace them and recognize that they are what they are. See them for what they are. Don't be excited about them or upset about them. They just are. And it's okay that you feel that way. And next is, what do you do after that? How do you get through? And there's lots of things that you can do, but you're going to feel like a lot of them just aren't hitting, that they're not getting you to the same place. And the truth is, that's okay too. Unless we have a sudden end that we're unaware of coming up very soon, we have time. And sometimes a break is okay. Sometimes, my wife and I were talking, like, I've probably needed to take a break for a long time. Burnout's a real thing. It's just good to take breaks. And I don't do that. I don't do that because I love what I do. I don't do that because I feel obligated to provide. That's my role in the dojo, is to provide for people. So if I just say, hey, see you later, then I'm not doing that, and that's hard for me. So being out is not something I'm good at. So taking a break is not something I'm good at. And the truth is, life will always find a way to make you take a break, one way or another. And this is probably mine. This is probably my break. And that is what it is. Doesn't make it any easier, but it is exactly what it is. And so it's okay to be away sometimes. It's okay to have to take a break. And if you don't, something might make you take that break. So embrace it. Know that that's probably meant to be, and that you need that. And yeah, sometimes it sucks. Like, I don't take a lot of breaks, and burnout is real, but I was definitely not in burnout. I was going. I was amped up. And so it's even harder to want to take that break, to be in a place. So you go to the dojo, it makes you feel good. It's a place that you love to be around, people that you love to be around, but it doesn't feel the same. Yep. It's not going to. You're not going to be able to do the same things. You're going to have to do something different. You can do Mitori Geiko, you can watch and you can learn from watching, but as a teacher it's harder because you're learning, but you're also the person who's teaching. So unlike your role as a student, where your entire job is there to learn and more about yourself, to uncover and discover more about yourself, as a teacher you're there to provide that. And so to just watch feels like you're not doing your job. Feels like you're not providing. And that's the reason you're there. And that is tough. That's a struggle. That will feel difficult. And even as a student, without that, you're gonna feel like, yeah, but I could be doing this. I should be doing this. I should be working hard. I should be doing whatever. Yeah. It's okay. I talk to my students all the time when they have injuries or different things that keep them out. They're not feeling very good. They come and watch or whatever. And I'm always like, it's fine. This is okay. This is part of it, and it's totally normal. And you learn different things when you watch than you do when you do. There's all these good reasons. Sometimes you just go away for a while, and this is a phenomenon that I've seen a number of times, where you go away for a long time, you come back, and you're better than you were, and that's weird because you haven't been doing it, but now you're better, and it's because that time away from it helped. That is all good, and I tell everybody, like, that's good. That's part of it. Yeah, sometimes it's really hard to take your own advice and hear your own thoughts and do that thing. So now I'm in that place. It's good. Watch, learn, enjoy, take a break. It's all fine. Everything's going to work out. It's going to be better when you get back to it. All of it's good. Yeah, that's all advice that I would give to anybody else. And it's hard to accept it. It's hard to take it. And so I have to remind myself that that is okay. It is what it is. this is exactly what it is. Sometimes when you deal with people who have something, a disability, an injury, a mental struggle, something, and you can talk to them about it, but the truth is you're not feeling it with them, so you can say what you say, but you're not a part of that. So you can say it and be like, well, I don't, you should do it like this, or you should, think of it this way, or here's how you should be feeling about that, or, I don't really understand how that is, or that shouldn't be that way. Any of these things, like you could have any of those thoughts, but that doesn't make them true unless you're the person experiencing the thing. And that's just it. There's plenty of times when I tell people, hey, it's okay. And it's permission, it's an encouragement to remember that it's okay. But that doesn't magically make it okay. And here I am in this place, and yep, I can hear those same words, and people have reflected those back to me because they know that this is an appropriate time for those feelings. And yep, it doesn't make it the same. It doesn't mean that you magically feel it that way. It just is there. It's not bad. Hearing that stuff, saying that stuff is a part of the process. Understanding it and embracing it are separate things. So remember as you go through, and this message is partially for me, I get to listen to me say all of this stuff back when I edit. Remember that this is part of the process, that this does take time, and that when people say things to you and they say, well, it's fine, it's no big deal, you're doing great, it's going to recover great, you're, whatever, that in your head you're going, yeah, but you don't understand. Yeah, but no, you don't know. That, yeah, maybe they don't know. But that doesn't make it inaccurate. It just means you have to let yourself believe that. You have to let yourself be a part of those thoughts. And yeah, sometimes it just takes time. Sometimes it's just time for a break. It won't feel the same. It will be frustrating. You'll need people to check on you to make sure you're doing okay mentally. And I'm happy to have people that don't just see this and think about how are you doing physically, but they go, hey, how's your headspace? Are you doing okay? It's good to have people like that. You need people to do that. And then just give it the time. Give it the time it takes. I'm going to give it the time it takes. Frustration and all of that stuff, they will come, but they will also go. The pain, it will come, it will also go. The setbacks will come, but they will also go. So just remember, there's more time. The next thing is coming. And good or bad, you can handle it. And the next chapter will unfold regardless. And it's going to work out. So stay on the mat, stay training, stay safe. Take the breaks you need to take. And if you need that time or you need people, don't be afraid to talk to people, to take that time, to have people in your life, to reach out if you need to reach out. Just know that everything you're feeling is valid and it is okay to work through that stuff. It's okay to have the emotions about it, and it is okay to get through it and to get to the other side, however that takes for you. Whatever you do to do that, making those decisions to do that are also okay, and you need to know that. So keep training if you can. Stay safe while you do. Take the breaks you need to take. Keep being you. Everything's going to work out.